So there are a lot of VPN services out there. How is Obscura different from the rest?
This was 2 years ago now. I took a look at what Apple iCloud Relay did, and you don't really expect, like, fundamental network innovation to come out of Apple, but it did. They did, Apple iCloud Relay. That was really good. So Apple iCloud Relay, really set the scene for all of these existing VPNs have this one problem in that effectively become the person who overhears all of your conversations on the internet. So what Apple iCloud Relay did was basically split up this information, right? You have a first hop and a second hop. So in Obscura's case, we are the first hop, and Mullvad, another VPN server, is the second hop. It sounds a little complicated, but it's actually quite simple. First hop knows who you are, has no idea where you're going, what sites you're going to. Second hop has no idea who you are and just connects you to the websites. And so that information is now split, and no single company has information on what you are. I did prototypes on, and obviously I'm, a networking and performance nerd, and so we optimized it so that we have good performance. I mean, we're talking over it right now, right? And this is because, like, we've done the tweaks and we've done the optimization to make that work. This is why I like to say Obscura is the first VPN that can't log, won't lag, and works anywhere, right?
The important takeaway from here is that there are two hops. There are multiple hops here, and you're basically saying that Obscura might know who I am, but you don't know what I'm looking for. And
Exactly.
hop might know what I'm looking for, but they don't know who I am.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So here, how can I be certain that Obscura is the first hop cannot see enough metadata?
The way you can think about it is you have two lock boxes, right? And basically, when, like, a user wants to visit WikiLeaks.org, let's say, right? They first have their data and they put it in a lockbox that is can only be opened by Mullvad, which is our second hop. And then they put it in a lockbox that can only be opened by us, which is Obscura. And then they send the lockbox to us first, right? And then we see the lockbox. We can open the outer lockbox, right? Because this is a nesting lockbox now. We can open the outer lockbox, and we can see that there's an inner lockbox, but we can't open that inner one because we don't have the keys to it. Only Mullvad has the keys to it. And then we pass it on to Mullvad, who opens the inner one, let's say, right? But, Mullvad sees that inner lockbox is coming from us, so they don't know who sent it to us. That's sort of the key to this, right? They can open the inner lockbox and get the actual message, which is go visit, WikiLeaks.org or something like that, right? And so in this sort of a cryptographic way, we make sure that even though we have the locked box, because we don't have the key to it, there's nothing we can do to it other than just pass it on to Mullvad, or, not do anything, in which case we'll lose you as a customer. So, yeah.
So now we're talking on multiple hops, right? Is there a trade-off in terms of tech or UX in terms of latency, because now we're introducing another hop into the architecture?
It's so funny. I've actually gotten an email from one of our users that was like, you know what? I don't think Obscura is doing anything. It's so suspicious how fast Obscura is. I don't feel like I'm using a VPN at all. So I feel like you guys aren't doing anything. And I saw that email. I was like, thank you. That's that. I don't know. Like, you wrote an angry email, but that's exactly what I wanted to hear. In terms of, like, we've put in all the work on the client side, on the networking side, to make it as smooth as possible, and that's what comes of it. So yes.
Cool. Okay, so you said that Mullvad is the exit node, right, or the second hop. Why did you use Mullvad?
I forget, it was the last year of high school or college or something like that. I saw Mullvad, and I clicked into it, and I was like, they don't need an email? And I was like, wait, how does this work? And I generated an account number. I was like, wait, why did we even ever need an email for VP. Like, you could just, I mean, why not, right? And that was pretty crazy of an experience, and I've sort of followed their journey along. I feel like they do so much to establish trust, right? In terms of like the the spearheading of the account number generator. I remember they were one of the first ones to accept WireGuard. I'll say that there's a big difference between two hop and two party. That's the difference that's the differentiation I always want to make, right? Because you can have within a single provider two hops, right? I think almost all providers have like multi-hop or whatever within their app. But to me, that is much less of a interesting change in security model than two-party. Two hops within the same provider, well, you're just adding additional latency for no reason.